Now, wasn't that relaxing? Welcome to the next
It was
episode
very
of
relaxing.
Art of the Roll, and also 2 to 3 second delay, so bear with us as we deal with the internet's lag between two countries.
We are international as we speak.
Yep. As always, we get all of our music from Tabletop RPG Music on Patreon. Check them out. They haven't gotten enough from us so far. I don't know what more we can do. And check out Emmy Ramen. Coupon code Art of the Roll. Other than that, I think we can just jump right in.
Oh,
I actually heard you ASMRing that. That's pretty nice. Alrighty.
okay, good.
I'm gonna roll the intro.
All right.
And welcome back. So last time, as far as Fitz is concerned, on Art of the Roll, the party went out on a little journey to the Ardent Forest to find out about Fig's family. There they came upon the Red Wizard's old compound. However, before they could go in, a certain Lurk the Awkward in his half-drunken state showed up, teleporting in, saying, Fitz, my boy,
Captain.
has to go to a mission that he... Captain, yes. That Fitz has to go on this mission and do something for us. And so he teleported Fitz away. And that is pretty much where we left off and where this episode begins. So,
Right.
Fitz. So, you get yanked forward. You see before you, the forest disappears within seconds. You see the city coming up as you lift into the air, and suddenly you're shoving your way back down towards the ship. You see the three ships with the one out in sea. You go straight for the one out in sea, though, which you know is Jarlaxle's ship. Once there, finally, kind of like with almost a bang, but more of a century bang, you're now standing, a little uneasy, looking around in the hull of the Eyecatcher, Jarlaxle's ship out at sea. And indeed, you see there before you, Jarlaxle, Captain Sir Fartsalot, and the mage that just took you there, which is Captain Lurk the Awkward. Thank you, Lethal, for naming him. And he says, sorry, I was looking for my my Jarlaxle filter, and I can't find it. It's sad. Maybe that'll find it. Nope. Last chance. Haha!
Just sad. Such a great.
Oh.
Oops. Oh.
Well, I didn't think about these headphones and this hat, but that's too late now. Let's see. Hello, moderator.
Still looks good.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been working on it.
Moderator.
Not really. So, you see there, and he says, he looks impatient. he almost as though Jarlaxle wasn't expecting your arrival. And suddenly, there you are, and he's leaning up against the wall with his hat down over his eyes slightly. And when he hears the steps of you teleporting in, he kind of becomes erect and says, Oh, finally. So a teleportation you need, huh? Well, not everything in this world is free, Fitz, my boy, as you might know, or maybe not, given your upbringing. But here we are. So,
Well, that's,
are you
that's
ready
good.
to make payment?
Probably, but what does it entail?
Oh, it's an easy task. Something right up your alley. I take it you've become a bit of a spy, perhaps. And what best to take out an assassin than a spy, yes? You see, I have inside connections. I watch what happens in the Underdark. And there's a certain, shall we say, family member, perhaps not quite directly related, that has showed up in the city recently. An assassin of sorts. I don't exactly know what he's doing here. I know who it is, and I can show you what he looks like. But unfortunately, I need someone to take care of him. To be fair, I don't even care what he's doing here as much.
see.
Bonus points if you can find out, but really, I just want him dead.
And who is this assassin? Your family? He's not really me, is he? I don't really know my Drow family very well. Dad doesn't talk about it much.
No, he's not related to you. I think he's he is a. Oh, there's my document. As you, for some reason, seem to know, which is inexplicable to me, you know that I am related to the matron Baron Ray. That being said, this is a Baron Ray, but probably
Yes.
slightly removed. Perhaps a second cousin, I'm not exactly sure. But his name is Hatchnet Baron Ray. And he turns to Farts-a-Lot. Farts-a-Lot, show him what he looks like. And Farts-a-Lot puts out his hand. And you see he kind of moves his other hand, and in front of him is you see the figure of a person, a man, wearing a cloak, a black cloak that covers a lot of them. You see the long white hair underneath the cloak. You see him smiling, looking down a little with a smile, wearing what looks to be some very well-made fitted armor on him. And you can take in all the details. He has a sword on his back. You see a crossbow on his wrist. In his hand, a hand crossbow. And he says, "This is what he looks like. Unfortunately, I can't give you much more. I know he is in the city, though. He was spotted in the field ward, but who knows if he's there anymore." And we have a Tenchi watching from Manhattan.
Welcome, Tenchi.
Tenchi's the one who ran this module with me originally.
Okay. Well, that's... Wow, hello, Tenchi. That's really cool. Jarlaxle, I can see the striking Baron. Oh, that wasn't funny. Does he have any particular abilities that I should be aware of before I try to kill him for you?
Well, he's pretty sneaky. He's an assassin, from what I know. You know, the Underdark is not the most fair place. All men are considered second class, so usually the ones that are expendable, the men, usually become things like assassins. It's a dangerous job, and they send them out in the world a lot of times.
Right. Well, that makes sense. So he's very, very sneaky. It makes sense.
And deadly. I suppose he could try to take out a normal person in one hit.
Oh, wow. Well, that's terrifying. Good. Well, all of that is fantastic to know. That's the question. And if I kill this thing, you'll send a teleporter over for the Red Wizard. That's sort of the deal. You'll help us teleport into the Red Wizard's fortress
three captains
kill him
that have the ability to teleport. I will give you one teleport from each. Your decision.
Well, that's probably enough to get us into the Red Wizard's fortress. So that sure. All right, perfect. That sounds good. That'll be in a couple.
Excellent.
The encounter with the intel that. Yeah. Well, all right, sure. Sign me up. Sign me up. I'll kill this.
Excellent.
What was his name? Hatchfish.
Hatchnet.
Hatchavik?
Hatchnet. Like a hatch and a
like
net.
He's
a hatch net.
He's hatching of a net. That's great. I'll remember that.
Yes.
Perfect.
So I
send
assume
me
you
off?
have connections, perhaps somewhere to go,
sounds like he's-
figure out where he may be. I will leave you to it then. Until we meet again. Simply come on to the Heart Seeker or the other ship, which I can't remember, and just tell one of the captains that the deed is done. Preferably bring me one of his things.
Perfect. Sure, that makes sense. And then one more question. So we don't know anything about what he's doing, where he would be. He was in the field ward sipping fermented people. We know.
When he was spotted, he was simply entering the city. It's common to come in through the field ward. So I assume that's why he was in the field ward. The info I got did not say he was doing anything specific other than walking through the field ward. I would say, though, that he is in the city to assassinate someone. I hope it's not me. Because he is an assassin. I do know that from the Underdark.
The Underdark would want to kill you, Jarlaxle? Oh, that wasn't funny either, was
Who
it?
indeed?
All right.
Not like I waged a war against them.
Well, right. Are waging. Well, sure. Take me to shore, and hope I kill him before he kills me. But Jarlaxle, can we agree on one thing? If I, in good attempt to take down Hatchnet and die in that attempt, could you still, teleport into the Red Wizard's fortress?
Roll a persuasion. And I will bring up the log.
Because, they are trying to help you by... They are trying to help you by killing the Red Wizard, So, it's not like it's not in your best interests, right?
Indeed.
It's really... It's...
Oh, Jesus.
And plus, you'll have more knowledge because, obviously... right? Seems reasonable.
If you die, I will give them the same deal. I mean, I will give them the teleport.
Well, I suppose the best I can hope for. Well, that's very smashing of you, Jarlaxle. I think I'm actually grateful to you for the first time in my life. Thank you.
Let no one say I did not do a nice thing.
You are... Charity is unfathomable, Lord Captain Jarlaxle. So, sure, send me back to shore.
All right, Captain Fartsalot. You really need to get a better name for common. Go ahead and teleport him back.
It doesn't translate well, does it?
And with that,
right.
the Captain Fartsalot, he moves his arms around and makes a spell. He walks up to you and does the final flick of his hands, and zoom, you go out past the ship, and immediately you're on the shore of the docks. And you see Sir Fartsalot says, well, good luck anyways. And you see him put his hands through the air, creating what seems to be a doorway. And he opens the door and a purplish shade behind it, walks through it and closes it, and the door disappears.
My God, those mages have a good thing going for them. All right, well, you spend some time thinking about this and how the hell am I going to... And the first thing I do is I go over to Obias, the that cute cleric lady, for asking her to give a bit of a scrying on him.
Okay. You walk up to
I head off to
the temple
of
the Lathander,
golden whatever.
I think the temple of Lathander, and you walk through the open doorway. There really isn't a door on this place, and you see her. She's actually sweeping in the front, seeming to clean up the place a little bit. You see the running water behind her, and she sees you come in, and says, "Ah, it is Fitz, is it not? Have you come for one of our talks then?"
I would love to have a fan of your light and clericness. Particularly, I'm in a bit of a time crunch right now. In fact, I'm probably going to die unless I get... So I'm wondering, for the sake of a generous donation to the work of love and you do in this beautiful place, you could bit of a scrying form based on a very detailed description of a very specific person. How likely is that? For a,
well, with
few gold?
Without having a piece of who they are, it is a little bit more difficult. But if you can give a good description, depending on how accurate the description is, then I can... Oh, you don't have to pay for it. I can do it. It doesn't cost me anything. It just takes time.
Well, but for the sake of the beautiful things you do here, I will donate a gold to the cause. And I pull out gently dinkle it into the coin receptacle of whatever. Yes.
Your donation is appreciated. It'll go to the people who need it.
So I give her a gold.
So, yep.
I know.
How are you planning to describe it? Do you have minor illusion, or are you just planning to do it verbally? You could use your amulet to make minor illusion, actually, if you wanted to exactly show.
Oh, yes. In fact, I don't know that I even... Can I use Patient, which is one of my cantrips? Will that work, or do I need amulet and minor
That's
illusion?
usually for little magical effects like sparklers and little fiery things, fireworks, stuff like that. It's not so much for a detailed description.
Perfect. So I tell her what I'm going to do, and I focus on my amulet until the purple energy tickles into my fingers, and I try to recreate exactly what Fartalot... Was it Fartalot? I don't remember which captain with a terrible name it was. Whichever. Fartalot, yes. Recreate the cloak and then the jawline and the eyes and the weapons and everything that I can into this little minor illusion, and then I hold it up and I say, "We're looking for this. His name is Hatchnet Baron
Ray. Okay.
Can I ask the GM what is... Yes.
Baron Ray.
Hatchnet Baron Ray.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for how well I do the...
The fact that you used minor illusion means you don't need to roll. So, she takes out from her person a little small orb, and she goes to her pedestal in the middle of the church and puts it on it. Puts both her hands on each side, and starts to concentrate. Minutes go by. Then, okay. You suddenly see, after about 9 minutes, some figure is on the crystal ball. It's hard to see for you. You can look and it looks like somewhat like the figure you described. She, on the other
Ooh.
hand, starts to talk. She says, "Yes, I hear the horses. I hear unloading and loading. I hear, I think it's a hog of some sort. I hear the banging of an anvil. The ground is dirt here, wherever he is. I see him looking left, he's looking right. The head is covered by a hood. I cannot see details of him himself. He's talking, he's walking to a beggar now. I can see him, he just walked up to a beggar. He's asking about a drow girl, if they had seen a drow girl. He looks satisfied by the answer and gives the beggar some coins. He is moving off. North, I think. It's hard to say. Perhaps northwest. He is talking to someone else. He stopped someone on the road asking. Didn't seem to get the answer he wants. Continues on. And then suddenly the orb fades away as the scrying time limit runs out. I think that was the field ward. Most places in this city are not just dirt. So I think that was the field ward.
Abaya, thank you. As always, you are just so extremely helpful. I really appreciate all of your work.
I was just looking for a
little job.
blacksmith too. I was just looking for a blacksmith possibly, and perhaps somewhere is a bin of hogs.
Yes. That makes sense. Blacksmith, bin of hogs, field ward, beggar, that would be very useful. Field ward, north side.
She'll give you a description of
let's
the beggar
let's see if I can't save. Ah, perfect. And then he turned around and headed northwest, did he? That's sort of the.
Yes, he seemed to. I believe, based on the shadow where the sun was, it must have been northwest. I think.
Jin, I have to say, by your ability to sense direction based on those is very impressive. May I just say, that is, another.
I have done a lot of scribing in my time.
Impressive thing about you. Generally,
and it is something that you pick up.
Yeah. So with that, I delicate bow and a winsome smile. I head up towards the field ward, but along my way, I make a stop in the market because there is I know that maybe after for how well I remember, but I remember when I delivered my father's sewer, through which was a little cave, in which was an elderly drow who was a message runner.
A haberdashery.
So I start with yes. So first I go to the haberdashery, and I walk up, and I set that from my father's note that committed from memory. I need a good haberdashery, and I can't find one. Something those words were.
Yes.
The little secret.
In real time, it's been like a year.
Say.
And in game time, it's been like
Right.
a few weeks. So yes. So yes, you say it, and he says,
Right. Hopefully he
"Our
remembers me. You know.
Fitz, my boy." It was a dark elf, if I remember right, as well. This
Yes,
the
he was also
haberdashery
a dark
was,
elf.
and he says, "Yes," and he says, "Fitz, my boy, you're. Is there something you need?"
Yes, actually, can I talk to you in confidence for us? It's a matter of possible life or death for someone. You know?
Confidence. Oh, okay. And indeed, you
Not sure
do
if
see
that's
people going by. You see someone coming up to the hat place. It's this gnome, male gnome guy. He says, "Well, I'm in the market for a hat. Please, come back a little later. I have to close for a bit." "Well, what is that? Oh, fine." And he walks away. Um, and he says, "Yes, come into my
and
stall here." And
I yell at the retreating gnome, "It'll be worth the wait. Best hats town."
roll a persuasion.
um I lay it on you. Best hats in town. The ladies will love you. Or the gnome women, whatever it is you know. Best
Yeah, not
hats.
bad.
Um,
um,
right. Maybe
uh,
he'll come back.
he closes the front hood as you come into the stall. It's pretty dark in here, but neither of you have trouble seeing. And he says, "Oh, you're a natural at this. Have you ever thought about looking for a job? Maybe that for later. What is it you need, Fitz, my boy? How's your father?"
Last I saw him, he was doing quite well, actually. He came to visit me in the city. It was quite nice. But I actually, I have a very urgent question. You see, there's, I've heard around the grapevine that an assassin has come from the Underdark to kill a Drow girl who's probably in the field warden. I'm wondering if you know about, the various Drow in the city, and if there's any young female Drows in the field ward who might be in horrible danger as we speak, possibly about to die.
I don't get the
Apparently the
news.
assassin was pretty good.
May I ask why you would ask me such a thing? What makes you think I would know?
Well, frankly, because you're the only other Drow in this city that I have made the acquaintance of. So I thought somebody would help me, stop this before this girl dies. I can tell you the name of the assassin if sir. Don't tell anybody that you heard this from me, but Hatchnet Baronray of the Baronray matriarchy.
Oh, that's bad business right there. You see his eyes go a little wide. Oh, the Baron Rays are generally not the best of folk, but most Drow from the Underdark aren't really the best of folk either, so... I haven't heard of any girl, you say. I would suggest staying away from the Baron Ray. They're usually bad business. I don't exactly get news from the Underdark,
That's
though, so...
unfortunately something I can do.
Oh.
Right.
Can I
Well,
help
thank
you
you
with a
very
hat?
much. If I go missing, I'll come back. I'll come back for a hat. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, tell me how it goes. If it goes well enough, maybe
Hopefully
a hat
that
will
too,
be
you
on
know,
the
I tried
house.
Oh well. It's very kind of you. If I go missing, you know why. If I'm never
Yes,
seen
I
again.
will report. I mean, I will mourn it. Yes.
I
Off with
know
you.
that I'm not alpha, and I'm not as good as it. I know that I'm not as good at it as alpha, but that little makes me suspicious. and I roll an investigation on my hat-selling friend to
Sure, it's
tell
an insight.
who reporting to, or what anything. Insight.
It would
Good,
be insight.
because I rolled terribly on investigation. Insight. I
Let's
step
see what we
insightfully.
get here. Okay. He let that slip pretty bad, so you would know that he's definitely has connections. That much was a lie with the Underdark. You don't necessarily get any malicious intent from him or anything like that. You don't get any undertone. His feelings that he's portraying seem genuine,
Well, in that
though
case, I
perhaps
let
not
it
the
go.
words.
Heh. All right. Well, I've got a Baron Ray to go after. So, and I smile politely, and on my way past, I retrace my steps of that one time that we all, back when I was a young human, that we all
Okay.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
and I go back to the cave to see if that
Yep.
elderly drow is still. Oh, and on my way, I buy a bun. Something. Would Fitz know what drow like to eat? Is there like a buns? Do they like chocolate? Do they like fish?
So most things that
I
is
buy a
general
breakfast
Drow
sandwich.
cuisine would be made from the Underdark, which means made from different animals and bugs and moss and things like that. From your experience, especially with your father, once they get to the overworld, it's like they don't want that crap. A lot of them might have it as nostalgia, but
Right.
most people want something good from the actual normal world.
I pop in and I buy him a breakfast sandwich from one of the taverns on my way.
Excellent.
How can we say it's 9 copper or shall I subtract
Yes,
something?
that is fine.
Okay. And then I get down there, and I
Cool.
walk. Okay, I cast a bit of dense lights in front of me to show him that I'm on my way. So, hello, sir.
Okay, so you head into the sewer.
Hello.
And going for a while, you get to the false wall that you know is there, and you to call down a ramp into a little pocket, a little room that you know exists there, and you head down that stone ramp, and you call out. You don't hear
Yes.
anything. Eventually, you'll get to the actual little room, and you'll see it has again the cupboard with a chair in the corner, and like some type of cupboard. You see wood chips all over the ground, um, and you see a doorway on the other side that continues with a ramp going even further down.
And what? Sorry, I missed the last little bit.
You see another door on the other side with a stone ramp that keeps going down that you know goes into the Underdark. At least we're told it does.
I cast a quick detect magic first of all, see if I find anything. Just on the room in general.
You do detect magic. You don't see anything until you look at the cupboard, and you see a little something about this big of magic. Not sure what it is, just a little sliver that radiates magic from within the cupboard.
I go up to the cupboard and I start by knocking on it and saying the name of whatever that fellow. I say, "Hello, it's Fitz. We both follow Elisare. I'm friendly. I brought you a breakfast sandwich. Are you in there again? Time, buddy?
You hear a
Anyone?
dun, 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 as sorry, let me find something real quick. I was seeing if I could find the name of this person, but not. I can't find it. It was so long ago. We'll call him E for now because I think it started with E. You Yeah, and you see the guy whose name starts with E. He tries to open the cupboard, and it's not really enough room for him, and he kind of falls on the ground. Go. Oh, it's you again. Oh man, you have to. Isn't there a better way to do this? I don't. You're not really supposed to be here. He's also a dark elf.
I mean, I don't want to ring a doorbell or do a secret knock. Brought you a breakfast sandwich, if you'd like.
Oh, great. Why not? Yeah, he stands up, kind of brushes himself off. Your detect magic's still going. You see his little woodworking knife is magical, a slight aura of evocation on it, and no transmutation on it. And then he kind of brushes off, steps back a little bit. He says, takes the sandwich if you give it to him, and is like, "Oh, this is great. Oh, what do you want? You're still not really supposed to be here."
Yep. Well, I'm looking for information actually. Perhaps you know a little bit about the waterdeep Drow community. I have it on good faith. There's a Drow girl somewhere in the field ward whose life is in danger, and I know absolutely nothing about the waterdeep Drow community. I'm wondering, do you know where she is, where she lives? Anything to help me stop her from dying tonight, because otherwise, I'll die.
Well, I just deliver messages. I'm actually not supposed to read them. Let me think. One of the people deliver messages up from the Underdark. He did mention something crazy happening recently. Maybe it was about a month ago. Some ritual. I don't think much of it. They created another Drider, but it freaked out one of the family members and they ran off. I don't know. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's related. It would have been I think it was a woman, a young woman.
Oh my.
I really don't know. I don't read the messages. That's just
again, just
gossip.
super quickly. Right. Right, of course. Can you say that again just quickly? Because with my internet just decided not to tell.
He said that there was some ritual in the Underdark where they were creating another Drider, and it freaked out some young woman who ran away. That it was kind of a thing where they never saw her. They never found her, I should say. And it's just gossip.
Ha. Well, I can only imagine that they would be extremely, extremely creepy. So I can blame her for banging off then. And you don't know anything, this girl? I have a question. She didn't come through you, did she? Like, how would she have gotten here? How would she have gotten here?
No, I would have remembered that. I don't think anyone else stays here. I should have mentioned there's actually a cot where he can actually sleep as well. He's just, I don't think anyone else comes through. I haven't seen anyone else come through here. But there's more than one way out of the Underdark. I heard some people, the dark gnomes, what are they called? I have it written down. Oh, the fur. Nope, I can't say that word. It's Versivdiblin. Yes, the deep gnomes. The deep gnomes have their own way out of the city. That they keep secret. I don't even know it. I think that's even how Jalel got out of the city, was via the deep gnomes.
Oh wow. Well, that is very interesting to me. I'm saving that for later. All right. Well, thank you very much for your help, E. I always appreciate it. Always appreciate. Well, off I Neblin.
Yes.
Well, I will ask. I'll be sure to ask. Then I make my charming farewells, and I head back to. And this time, I'm going to take to the field ward. Ask the coach if there's a smithy in the field ward next to a hog pen.
Alrighty. You're on the coach.
While we're
The
driving on
guys.
this. By the way,
Yep.
looking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a the smithy, but the smithy there's a hog pen and a smith. Are you familiar with that? It should be field ward. How many of those you got?
Oops. There we go.
A lot of beggars in the area.
That was
You know?
okay. I will. He's there. Yes, the field ward. The field ward has a couple of smithies. I tell you what, why don't we just go into the field ward, start at one end, and we'll ride the other way until we see the scenario you speak of. The hog pens are sometimes temporary and they can be transient. As long as it's a recent thing you're talking about, it should still be there though.
Quite recent. Yes. I didn't realize that hog pens were so transient. And then I realized that, so I ask if I do them so that I can see things better. And I pull out my flask and I pour us each a drink and we drink some tequila as we coach through the field ward. And
Nice.
I tell him, listen, I'm going to do. You seem like a fine gentleman and an excellent driver. To your health. Oh, tequila's strong. You always drink that.
Tequila's
I tell him
Mockingbird.
I'm going to do a little something. Tequila's Mockingbird. And then I asked my guy's self to take on the form of the No, I don't.
Oh,
I don't. I did that yet.
Okay.
So yes. So then I'm thinking about Fitz thinks about disguise self to make him look net and thus attract any attention to form any possible allegiances. But then why would the beggar? So first he does and he drives around looking for the beggar.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that filthy beggar?
So you head from one side of the field ward, going westward. Westward, toward the other side of the field ward. Eventually, you do start hearing the sound of a tink, 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 and you see a couple of buildings down. It seems to be a holding place for herd animals that were being brought into the city for whatever reason. And currently, right now, it is holding some hogs. When you look, it looks like 3 hogs. You see them right there in the pen. And you do see a beggar.
Perfect.
Over to the other side of the road, across the way. You see it, and it looks like the beggar she described, which is a male guy missing a couple of teeth, having basically a cloak and not much else under him. And he has a stick, and he's currently drawing something on the ground.
So I did fail to my friend the coachman. I share a final sip together, and then I stumble off. And I'm going to stop by. Oh, thank you, what's up? I hope we drive together again sometime. What a pleasant voyage.
Yes, thank you for the 9
next
copper.
Week, then it's been a good time. Yes, of course. And the booze, I tipped him in booze. So I want to start by trying to perceive what this beggar is drawing with his stick, and if there's anything significant about that.
You get close, and it seems to be a pretty much stick figure type people, but a smaller stick figure next to a bigger stick figure. He sees you get close, and he just kind of scratches it out with the stick, and says, "Yeah, sure. Could you spare a silver?"
Oh, he's drawing his family. I sit down with him, and I pull out my little flask of tequila, and I say, "Sir, I'll certainly spare a silver for you, but first, I'm wondering if you'll have a chat with me." And I give him a drink, and I say, I'm new to these parts, and I'm looking for a little girl who escaped from the Underdark, who's a drow. I was going to be sneaky about this. Oh well. She's probably going to die, and I'm wondering if you could tell me who she is or where she is. Because I can see that you were drawing family, and family is very, very important to still be alive.
Roll a persuasion with advantage.
Because, she's young today. No, I'll roll for persuasion.
There it is. Yeah. 2 of them because you have advantage.
Ah.
That was perception. The first one he ran was perception.
Because I brought up family, is that why?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
We've got. I'll take the 17, not the
17.
14.
It does seem to have an effect on him, and he says, "Oh no, I sent him on his way to probably find the young poor girl. I sent him that way," and he points northwest. He went and talked to some other people. Oh no. You see him kind of get up, and he says, "Yes, let's go. I think he went this way."
Perfect. And while we walk, I say, can you tell me anything about this drow girl, where she is, what she's been doing? Do you know anything about her? Or
I'll give him a roll.
Have you seen her?
No, I don't think so, but I just fear what he might do, but that's a big city. Oh God, I hope that it's
for sure.
Not too late. Come on, let's go.
What last part, sorry? The internet.
He says, "Oh God, I hope it's not too late. Come on, let's go.
Right. So I follow him, and I know that it's sort of northwest. So.
Mm-hmm. You see him actually talk to he approaches the next person that he saw the drow talking to, and that it seems to be some type of basic labor. You see him in some basic clothes with some grease around. Perhaps he works in a forge of some sort, though not the main guy. He has a hammer on his side, and he seems to be in the middle of going somewhere. This guy's actually a little northeast, right outside the anvil forge you saw. He seems to be moving things around, and he says, "Oh, sir, you talked to that man, that black hooded," and the guy says, he just looks back and says, "Sorry, old timer, I don't got any money." No. He eventually tries to convince the guy that he's trying to figure out what he told the person. And you can help with this. And basically, I'm going to have you roll an investigation, and he'll roll his investigation,
yes.
And you can use whichever is higher.
Perfect. Yes. And while we're investigating, I'm also saying, sir, this is a matter of dire importance. Someone innocent, their life is on the line. We really need you to give us a bit of direction as to where this hooded figure has gone, or if you've seen a little drow girl, because otherwise she's going to die. Eh?
Okay. What did you roll? Let's see. You got a 17, not bad.
17.
About the same as him actually. And
Huh.
the man, the assistant to the blacksmith says, "Well, now that you mention it, I did see a drow girl. It was about a week ago. I saw her scavenge around. I saw her out to the side here, trying to grab some refuge or scraps of something. I didn't even see. I just walked on. But
Thank you. Thank you very much.
but with your investigation together, you are able to kind of backtrack, figure out where this guy went pretty readily. It didn't take too long. At this point, you spent about an hour to get to locate the guy in the field ward with Obaya, right? Because you had to talk to Jarlaxle, move around, go to the temple, scry, which takes some time, and then you had to probably take about an hour to get to where you are now. So it's probably been like 2 hours or so at this point. And you.
Oh God. I hope I'm
And
not
yes,
too
you
late.
eventually do. You eventually do. Eventually, you get the last guy. It's actually this woman who seems to be carrying flour back to a baker's shop. And she regards you. She's kind of plump and says, um, "Hey, yes, yes. I saw him go over in that warehouse there. Now leave me alone. I have to get back to work." And you look over, and you do see across the street from there. This is on the west side of the field ward. You see a warehouse. It's made out of wood. It looks decently built. It doesn't look run down. You don't see anyone around it. It has a big door in the front of it that seems to be a rolling door. And at first, you think it's closed, and you look closely, and no, it actually is cracked open slightly. The door is. Out in front of it, it's just dirt.
Oh
There's not
dear.
much in front. The front looks to be basically a hardened dirt path that was made for pulling wagons up to the door, probably to unload. But nothing's there right now.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to thank the beggar, and I'm going to ask him if he can go to the warehouse and tell me if anything comes in or out. And then I'm also going to give him a piece of silver because I'm going to say, very helpful. I might in the next very short time, just in case. Here's a piece of silver you ask for. I wish you the best. Meantime, if you just want to
Yes,
hang
I'll
out
stay
here,
here.
keep it perfect.
I'll stay
Fail
here.
to remove
yes.
coins. Come on. I don't
Deal
know
with
why
it
it's not
after if you
letting me.
need to.
Okay, so I give him a silver, and then I'm going to use my disguised self to look like a little drow girl. I don't know what she looks like, but
Okay.
I'm going to use my disguised self to look like a young drow.
Okay.
Shabby
In a
clothing
cloak,
because I
something like that. Okay.
assume she's not doing so hot.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
A young female drow in a shabby cloak. And then I walk around the warehouse, sort
Okay.
of peeking around it, detect magic and see if there's any, magical traps or secret entrances or windows at the top that I might, fly into or anything like that. Just sort of
Let me see what the
sneak
range of
around,
detect
detect
magic
magic,
is. 30 feet. Okay. Yeah, you do
and also
detect
just
detect magic.
also
hmm
outskirts of the
Go ahead.
warehouse.
Yep. You walk around the
Yes.
warehouse.
I just say also
Um,
just sort of walking around the outskirts.
hmm And you see the warehouse seems to be like 2 stories high. Though you imagine there's not actually 2 stories in the warehouse, just a big room. And you do see there are some windows that have bars on them along the top, like what would be on the second story if it had stories, probably for ventilation. And You look around. You go around. There's no real doors on the side. You go to the back. There is a door on the back. It seems to be locked with a padlock. And then you keep going around, and you nothing on the other side, and you come back to the front. So you have basically the front door, the front with the big door that rolls open, that's slightly open, and you have the back door, which is closed and locked at the moment. And then you have the second story barred windows.
So, and I'm also while I'm and when it looks like nobody's looking, I'm just going to click my and use my boots to slowly and awkwardly fly top and stand on the roof. See, sometimes there's like a fire escape, like a staircase, or like any rooftop access.
Nothing on the roof. The roof seems to be slightly sloped for to let the rain go slide down. But it seems like a basic roof, pretty sturdily made. There's some. It's made with some. It's just a wooden roof, and then you can, with your boots, look through one of the windows if you want. And you're back.
Yes.
Did you hear me?
Very, very.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I very sneakily, just my.
Excellent. Okay.
Yes.
Roll two things then. Roll a stealth and roll a perception.
Both.
Both. Let's get it going.
Perfect. Stealth. Come on, stealth. We're very sneaky. Okay, 17. All right.
Okay.
Not horrible. Not the worst. Perception.
Not bad.
12.
This one is gonna be okay. 12. Alrighty. And as this girl Drow flying up on the side of this warehouse, looking through a window, you peer in, and you're pretty good at staying below the bars, but you look in. Not a lot of light is in there, but you have dark vision, and you see on the ground. You don't see any. Yes. You don't see anybody that looks like Hatchnet, but you see a figure. It's hard to see from where you are. A dark figure. Seems to be perhaps crouched behind a bookcase. Let me go ahead and switch to the map, and we can give a visual. And Okay. Oh no, that takes way too much room. Hold on. Let's just move this over. Oop. No, not too far over. You know what? We're just gonna zoom out a bit. More. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
There we go. And what you see is the contents of the warehouse itself seems to be a bunch of wooden things. You see stacks of lumber up near the beginning of it. You see some tables, benches, and stuff. You see a bunch of bookcases, barrels that look unused, a cart, some other furniture of different sorts. It just seems to be a warehouse to hold woodworking items and lumber and wood planks itself. But you continue to look, and you see behind this bookcase right here, you're pretty sure you see a figure. We'll just put her there. A figure that seems to be hunched behind that bookcase.
Interesting. So I summon the energy of the goddess that has gifted me so much, and I whisper Elisari's name, and I just think about being no longer entirely in this world, and I try to cast Blink and slip into the netherworld, so that in the netherworld I can pass through the wall and sneak around until I'm right next to this figure. Solid look at them, and also just be like right next to them. If it is, before I can just attack shit out of him.
So, right where you are, you do see some basic rafters along the top of this building. What you can do is, time your blinks so that you can hide more effectively behind things. So you're in the ethereal plane as you're moving. So go ahead and roll a stealth with advantage, and the better you roll, the quicker you do it.
Drink that seduce juice.
Portal Power wants you to take a shot.
So before I begin this journey, I pull out that flask of tequila and I say, "Oh God, I hope this works."
It's the first time using it.
Well, that's true, yeah. I've already done it twice without it. Okay, so once I got a natural 20. I'm not even going to roll again.
No point in rolling again.
So that is a
you time it perfectly.
Critical.
You blink, and you realize the ethereal plane is different than you expected. You move, and it's like if you ever play those old games and you turned off clipping, you can just kind of move wherever you want with a thought, and you move through the air at a perfect angle, and you blink back into existence behind this barrel over here, between this barrel and this bookshelf, and then you blink out again. You walk around, and you blink right by where she is. Let me go ahead and pull these up. Yeah, I'll just act like they're there. I'll do this. Just know that's actually a tall bookcase.
Wee accent.
Oh God. Right then, you come right. It's behind the bookcase right here, and basically you see a girl there, kind of trying to hide behind the bookcase.
Huh.
She doesn't seem to see you with that 25 stealth.
I immediately cast Detect Magic on her to see if it's an illusion and if she's really the girl.
It's Jarlaxle, surprise! No, he
Wouldn't
you don't detect any
be
magic
surprised.
on her. You don't detect any magic on her.
Perfect. So I summon my scimitar to my hand and face it away so that I am between her and the sword, so the sword is more of a defense mechanism. And then I keep that sort of in the opposite direction, and then I turn and I say very quietly, "Hey, be very quiet, we are in grave danger. Hi, my name is Fitz. It's nice to meet you. You the little girl who escaped from the Underdark. Don't scream. Shh."
Roll a persuasion. Persuasion. What the hell is that? Roll a persuasion.
Persuasion.
I can't say that.
Persuasion.
Oh.
16.
Okay. You see her head look towards you slowly, almost like she doesn't want to actually know that you're there. And who are you?
Shh. My name is Fitz Joffrey, and I've been sent to kill the person who's been sent to kill you.
Are you keeping the blink on?
How long can it stay on if I keep it?
It's a minute. You've used 3 rounds of it to get to where you are, but if you want to keep it on, you have to roll every round to see if you blink out or not.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with it, so I don't even realize that it is still
Okay,
on.
roll a
I've
20.
Okay. Focused on finding her, and where is the other fellow that I don't actually remember that I've still got blink on.
Yeah. Let's see what you get.
10?
A 10. Okay. You stay for now. And
Okay.
she says, I don't know. Maybe I'll run. I'll just want to be left alone.
Okay. If you want to live, you're going to have to help me kill him, because otherwise he will kill you. So, have you seen a cloaked man following you at all?
Yes, I ran in here from him. I saw he was Drow.
Right. And he hasn't
Why do you
come in
sound like
yet.
a man? Why do you sound like a man? You don't look like a man.
Oh, right. I look like you. I forgot
Well,
about
not really.
that. Okay, I was trying to look like. I didn't really know what you looked like. They didn't tell me much. Listen,
Roll a 20 again.
I'm actually a man, a male half-out, but that's not important. What's important is, I can change my
It's a man.
exactly.
Okay. You stay.
3.
Yeah. Okay, that's really weird.
I can change my disguise will, right?
Yep.
I can okay, so I look at her very carefully and I redo mine just to look exactly like her.
Okay.
And then I say,
Nice.
that's better. Now it'll be hard. Do you have any skills or weapons? Do you know how to fight, or is there anything that you're good at that might help us in this situation?
No, I used to be served. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Oh dear God. Well, that's great.
We should.
Once you get out of here, if you don't die, you should really learn some skills. I think it would do you a world of good. All right. So I do a perception. I tell her to just be very quiet and do what I say for now, and that what I might do is hide and let him get to her so that I can sneak up and kill him while he's trying to sneak up and kill her, but that I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to do. So I tell her that just to, brace yourself. I'm not sure. And I just want to do a perception of whether there's been any developments, anything coming in or out of the warehouse.
Roll a perception again.
Yes.
If you want to try to take some time, you can roll an investigation too. But otherwise, you're just taking a look, a perception.
Well, I start with just a perception, an 11 perception. And then I
You don't see
and
anybody.
then I
You
also
look
ask
around.
her. And then I'm also going to ask her. I'm going to say, can you just keep looking around? Tell me if you hear anything, because that's a bad sign if you do. Because that means we're probably going to die.
Roll a persuasion. She'll try either way, but your
Okay.
persuasion will kind of direct how good she does. Her bonus. Okay, not bad. She seems
We've got an
to
18.
Yeah, she seems to kind of
I really
take
impress it
resonance when
upon
you
her.
say.
Your life depends on this. Yeah.
You kind of get the impression that the more you're taking control, she seems to like, because it's almost like an alleviation off of her, because she is not made for this. And
Clearly.
she will roll as well, and she rolls a natural 20. She, with that, she kind of takes control of herself and her emotions, and she darts her head out, and comes back, and says, "I think he's over there." And she points with her finger, with her thumb, and pointing upwards towards the rafters. Let's say in this area over here. I think he's over there, and I think he may have seen me.
Oh shit. Well, that's perfect. So here's what we're going to do. And I'm going to give her... I have the little, Did somebody use the channel point, or was that
No,
just
no,
a
it's just your
general
seduce
request?
emoji.
So I pull out the little... I still have one little ball of wizard fire on the string. One little red ball.
Yep, fireball.
So I
Yep.
take it. Yes, one fireball. I take it, and I give it to her, and I impress upon her very quietly but very carefully. When he comes near you, it's at him. I am going to try to not let that happen, but when it does, throw it at him and run. And if I'm on one side of him, throw it to the other side of him. Does that make sense? Do you get all that?
What does this do?
Very dangerous. This will create a giant explosion that will kill him, and maybe you, and maybe me. Try if you can. You know?
She
just
kind of
behind
like
him.
drops it for a second, then
make sense?
catches it again. Says, "Oh, okay."
Okay, good. So I am going to go to talk to him, and you go that way. Towards the front door, but sneaky. And if you see him come close to you, throw it. You good with that? And if I yell at you, throw it, then you also throw it.
Roll
Does
an
that make sense?
intelligence check.
We good on
Yeah,
all
roll an intelligence check, and I'll have her roll one too. And I threw it off
for me or for her?
for you.
Okay. Intelligence, where are you? Intelligence, not my strong suit. Fortunately, I rolled very well.
Oh, it didn't show up on the log. That's weird. What did you roll?
21. Dirty 21.
Oh, nice. Nice.
21.
You know,
Yes.
based on this warehouse, if that thing touches a wall, it'll probably conflagrate the entire warehouse. Just if that's what you want or not. It would probably catch the warehouse on fire.
I am fine with that. It's not my warehouse.
Okey-dokey.
My lawyers will sort it out. Okay. So as that happens, I sort of triangulate where I am compared to where he is, and I
Roll another perception with advantage, since you know the location now.
with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got a 10. Can I do better than that? I'll take the 10.
Okay. You go out there, and you're looking up in the rafters. Are you hiding, or you just go out showing yourself as her?
I want to try to look while hiding first.
Okay, roll a stealth.
So first, I'm going to be sneaky about it, and then
All right, go ahead and roll a stealth. And 8. Okay.
An 8. Not amazing.
Are you still
Not
using
fantastic.
blink? If you're still using blink, you can roll again
I have not.
with advantage.
Oh yes. Oh come on, blink. Do I roll with advantage? Did you
Go ahead
say?
and roll. Yep. Go ahead and roll with advantage. Yep, with advantage. And since you're
natural
not,
20. Oh, not
you
sure if I need
definitely
to.
go out. Phew, you're out in the ether. Still roll stealth with advantage because you're trying to see if you can get a good hiding place while you're in the ethereal world before you blink back into existence.
Okay. So obviously I go into. So now I roll stealth with advantage.
Yep. You hear a slight gasp, like as you kind of bamf out in a cloud of smoke. She wasn't expecting that. You actually.
So we roll a 1. We've got advantage.
Let me go ahead and set this up real quick.
So I've got an 11.
Wow. You blink out, and you think you find a good spot right behind that table. And unfortunately, what you didn't realize, you're just still new to this blink thing, is that when you walked over there, your leg was slightly inside the table in the ethereal world. And when you came back, it sprung out of you, almost like they do in video games, and it just kind of topples over in front of you. And then immediately after that, you hear a twink as a crossbow bolt fires off. Let's see. I have
Oh dear.
what I need right somewhere here. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Oh wait, but they get advantage because hidden. Oh my god, I just rolled a 3 and a 1.
Huh. I mean, it's hard to hit someone who's just popping back out of the ethereal plane, you know? It's
Yeah, I guess so. I'm assuming a 10 doesn't hit you.
No, it does not.
And you hear it, the crossbow
Good to know
bolt clatter behind you. And you look up in the rafters, and up there, you see indeed the figure that you were told about. Let me actually, you know what I can do, just for funsies? I can actually do this. Boop, boop, and doop. And that's what you see. You see this figure with a black cloak with dark armor up in the rafters.
That is an intimidating guy. That is intimidating.
He has his arm out, and he seems to be loading another crossbow bolt. And he's going to say, roll initiative.
Oh, is that what he says? That's so funny. What a strange guy. Whew. Fitz is ready for this fight. He's terrible, but he is ready.
Wow. Let's see what he rolls. Oh! You see what he rolled?
Oh, wow. He is, well, he doesn't think he's gonna fight. He thinks he's just killing a little. So,
yeah, true. It's actually a very good point. So you got a 21 total?
Yes.
And we'll give the girl you don't even know the name of, she'll roll. She goes very last. I just rolled a 20 and a 1. All right. And rolling again for no particular reason. Good to know. Okay. Then we are good. He looks at you and just kind of loads another crossbow bolt on his hand crossbow and fires again. Yeah. That is a I can't count. 16.
Oof. Close. very close.
Misses, right?
Just barely. It just I feel the wind on through my fake
Yeah.
cloak.
Looks frustrated. Like, why is this person so hard to hit? And then quickly loads another one and fires one more time.
Oh, he's got a double. Oof. This fellow's a badass.
That is 26 to hit that time.
Yeah, that gets me.
Alrighty.
That hits me.
Then
Oof.
you take not too much. Oh, not too much at all. You take 5 points of piercing damage, but you need to make a 13 Constitution save.
Ooh. Okay. And that's the one on the side, not the one on the top, right? The one on the side?
Right.
Oh,
And Constitution
we've
save.
got a 15.
18 total. Okay. You can feel a bit of an acidy feel, like it burns a little as it scratched you past it kind of nipped your shoulder, digging through your shoulder, but not actually breaking the bone or anything. As it flings off in another direction, you can feel a bit of a burning sensation in that area, but it doesn't seem to really take hold to do much damage. And then you see him kind of cock his head, like that's not normal. And he, from the rafters, you can see him squatting there. He was actually behind one of the beams that made him very hard to see in his dark cloak behind a beam. And he jumps down. Let me roll yeah, it's fine. Doing an elegant landing and moves up next to you there, slowly taking out his short sword from his back. And that's his turn.
Okay.
Fitz's turn.
This is an intimidating fellow. So with my bonus, what do I want to do with that? Yes. So with my bonus action, I cast the Hexblade's Curse on him. Locked to his every movement, to his every step as we dance. And I summon my scimitar in my hand, and I suppose that I've already used my bonus action, so I slice him twice. I give him a ho and I give him a goodbye. And while I do it, I say, "Ooh, woo, why have you come to..." In my best impression of the little girl, "Why have you killed me?" Right.
That on him, so now you did Hexblade's Curse on him.
Trying to steal with it.
Oh, right. You maybe the first time you've used this blade in combat, right? And you...
Second.
Oh, okay.
2016.
Yeah, you slash across with the 26, and then you can feel the power of the sword speeds you up as you can immediately come down with another slash the other way. The first one makes purchase against his armor, and you can tell it dug through his leather. And then he dodges out of the way of the second one. You can make one more, or no, you use your bonus action for the other thing. But you can feel
use
use your bonus action to Hexblade, yeah. But you can feel that surge that the sword is giving you. Roll the damage for the first one.
And I say, "Oh, I like this." But I say that in my... as I'm still fucking with him. Oh, sorry. To hit, my bad. 1 second.
What hit?
Yeah, would have hit. 12.
12. Okay, 12 damage, wow. Yeah, you can see the wound went decently deep, and you can see blood slowly coming out of that slash you did across his armor. But, what, you have movement if you want to use it?
Why are you hitting him, Pie? Um.
Headlong
No, I
into
don't. I don't
danger.
want to. That's what the other little girl yells. If I can I don't want to. I don't want to risk an attack of opportunity. Can I sort of circle around him, putting myself on the other side of the girl, so that he's between the girl and I? Or is the table blocking my way?
He actually already is. If you notice, he's right here with the little circle around him.
Seduce juice.
Yeah, that's a drink. And you're right here, and the girl is over here. So
No,
you
but I
actually
mean the
are already
opposite.
between- Oh, you
No,
want?
no, I mean
you want to go over here?
yes. Can I do that without an attack of opportunity if I'm sort of circling him? You know.
You'd have to do an easy athletics check. Acrobatics check if you wanted to do that, because you'd have to basically pole vault over the table. That's right there. But it would be an easy check. But if you fail, you'd be prone. Unfortunately, you have tables on both sides of you, stacks of tables on both sides. But you can. It would be an easy acrobatics. But it's up to you. You basically, with your acrobatics, you probably succeed unless you roll a 1.
Okay. Do I have any inspirations or rerolls from the chat? Because otherwise this might prove lethal.
Yeah, it's kind of scary when you're the only person.
Yeah. It's terrifying.
Yeah, you probably, yes. You would have an inspiration, I know, for sure. I have to see if you still have a reroll. But if you roll a natural 1, I don't think inspiration would
Well,
help
alright, I do it. Fair.
you. Okay.
Okay, roll 6. Oh, it's hitting.
Yeah.
Oh. And as
Easy
I
enough.
do it,
You rolled a-
I summon
Yeah.
my tequila flask in my hand and I
Nice.
drink out of relief. Ah, thank God.
The
Oh,
tequila flask is a hex weapon. So, a packed weapon.
yes, it's I
So, yeah,
summon
you-
it. It is now.
Exactly. Easy enough. You easily slide across the table. Never
I
leaving
slide
his
across the table,
attack
keeping
area.
my blade trained on him at all times. Yes.
Yep. You do it. Alrighty. Nicely done. Next up is that. Good to know. And next up is the girl. You just gave her instructions to say if it looks bad, do it, right? Or did you give her instructions to just do it immediately?
I told her to throw it if I say throw, or if he
Okay.
starts coming towards her.
Gotcha. Okay. She's just gonna hide.
Excellent.
Okay. You actually see. Well, you're behind him. Roll an insight, and then it's gonna be his turn.
Insight.
Insight. Kind of judging
Sight.
him a bit. Yeah. Okay, you got a
4.
4. Yeah. He seems to be engaged with you. So you
notice shit.
he seems to take note. He spins around, and with his short sword, he pulls it back as he's gonna swing, and he says, "Unsta as tandegat," and you can speak Drow, and you know it says, "Who are you?" As he
Ooh.
takes a swing. Let's see. He gets a lot of these. That's a natural 1. That's a cocked eye.
Okay.
Okay. He misses. 15 doesn't hit you.
No, not
And
quite.
19?
A 19 does.
Okay.
But as he's whiffling his sword and I'm locked into the Hexblade's dance, I can feel the power of my goddess, and I'm moving out of the way one way and out of the way the other way, and finally there's a slice that's a direct hit, and I use my goddess shield spell to catch it on my scimitar and flick it out of the way.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Ha.
So he kind of slices across, and then comes in for a stab, and immediately the sword surges, and you're able to slice it out of the way with almost an arcane thrust to it, as you see a bit of blue light appear where his sword hit your sword, and he swings it out of the way.
Wow.
He looks a little confused, and
Well, I'm glad I dodged that, because I don't know what that fire was, but it looked very dangerous.
actually you think it was from your shield, probably. Combining with the sword, it was actually given a certain arcane shieldness to it.
Still intimidating, but I like it.
And he will say, Unsta got to go. You are not the little girl. And he will jump away from you. You can get an attack of opportunity if you want.
I most certainly slash at him as he tries to jump away.
Let's see it. Slicey dicey.
Do I?
Yep. Just roll the scimitar.
Slicey dicey. And as I slash at him, I say, roll scimitar 17.
I forgot, you actually add your proficiency bonus, which is +3, to your damage now because of the Hexblade's curse you did. So actually you did 15 last.
Oh.
17. It unfortunately
17.
misses
Do I?
as he dodges out of the way. And he walks over to these barrels and does a little jump over them, and you don't see him. Let's see. Okay. Then it is your turn.
Oh my. So,
Drink
Can
that
I-
seduce juice.
Spirian
as he
also gave you a
escapes,
reroll.
I suddenly feel. Ooh.
Spirian gave you a reroll,
Notice-
and Hoity gave you
Thank you.
made you take a shot. That was actually Hoity. Hello, Hoity. Anyone who has to be watching this, go check out Hoity, his channel.
Hello, Horty.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So as he rolls away, opportunity to heal a bottle into my very depressed sip. Like I thought this would be easier than that. I have in fact used both of my spells until I get a short rest, so I'm out of spells. Be the girl.
Oh, I forgot something. He hit you once. I never rolled damage. Oh no, you did shield. You're good. You do see the girl slightly. She's not hiding so well behind the bookcase over there.
Yes.
She is. You can't see it right now, but she's right here.
Right.
And he went
So
around here.
I make a mur. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift on sort of sideways. Did that
Okay.
go through?
You're
I'm gonna
gonna
lift up on my flying boots sideways until I can.
Okay.
So then, as soon as I'm going to fire at him with my blast and yank him over
You don't see
towards
him.
me so that he's further away from her.
You actually don't see him.
Don't see him. Oh God! I cast
Your
detect
passive perception
magic
is
to
10,
see if I
right?
can see where he's. Is that it?
I think
Where do I see what my passive?
it's somewhere. It's underneath. It's on the left
What-
side near the bottom, I think. It's actually just 10 plus your perception skill, I think. But,
Passive perception is
yeah, you don't see him.
right. Yeah, so that's just 10.
Mm.
Okay, I cast detect magic and find him in the
Okay,
general area.
detect
that he
magic will
was.
take your. It will take your whole action to cast detect magic if you want to do that. Your other options would be to ready an action for when you do see him, if you want. Or
What does
any
readying
type of
an
area
action
effect
do?
thing you might have.
Does that mean I can fire as I see him?
Yep.
Okay.
But but you only get one attack when you ready an action. Hello, Hoity.
Prepare my.
Go check him out. He does fun stuff.
Hello. I now detect magic to figure out where he is.
Okay, makes sense. It's a good idea. You do see him. He is on top of the bookcase, seemingly. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Okay. He's actually prone on top of the bookcase up there.
Ha! Perfect. So I yell, girl. I yell at her, and I throw the fireball at the place where you were hiding. And with any movement that I have left, I back up slightly. Less.
Okay, fireball time.
I go through.
Yep. Let's see.
Back up as much as I'm flying, right? Myself back against the edge, the opposite wall, and I tell her to throw it at where she was.
Put you on a little thing, and then I'm gonna roll an intelligence check for her to see if she thinks to actually back up herself, or how much she decides to back up before doing it. Let's see.
Can I add that to what I say? Can I
pretty
say,
good.
and back up?
Yeah, okay. That's actually what you do. You say, and back up, and he does. Just barely in the fireball. The guy is. She takes off. She takes off the
hope she
bead and
lives.
throws it over there.
Oh.
And suddenly, from in that area beside the bookshelf, you hear a giant explosion as things fall all over the place. And as the whole place starts to catch on fire in that area as well. He's gonna roll a save. And broken wings. Let's see.
Come on.
Good to
You
know.
don't
Okay.
want to save, do you? You want to just be lit on fire.
This is a big deal if he saves because of a certain ability he has. He rolled a 5. Which is a total of he doesn't, he's not proficient in it, so it's just that, which is a total of 9. A total of 9 damage. I mean, sorry, a total of a 9 on the save. It does fail. He would have taken no damage if he had saved. But instead, I'll go ahead and roll. Actually, why don't you, I'll roll it. It is 8d8. Or sorry, 8d6 fireball. That is 15, 16, 19, 29, 30, 33 damage as the fireball goes off. And you see him, get blasted by this fireball, not expecting this at all as it goes off. The bookshelves in the area splinter and break, and he's gonna roll an acrobatics. And he lands on as the whole thing kind of falls apart. The bookshelf collapses. He lands on his feet still. But still takes 33 damage. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh. Did the girl get hit? How's she doing?
No. No, she's in the open now. Over here.
Okay. Do I have time left to yell something?
What is
I'm
it
going
quick?
to yell in a complete panic as floods engulf every. I'm just going to yell, "Run, bitch, run!" in Drow.
Okay.
Get out! Not run.
Good to
Get
know.
out! Whatever is Drow for that.
That'll have to be on her. Yeah. Astout. So that happens.
Asta!
It is the assassin's turn. He was planning to use sneak attack on you, but you ruined that.
Good tech magic, eh? Never thought it would be quite that. Wow. Wow, the tech magic. Wow.
Wow. He goes over there and stabs upward at you. Let me see. Okay, good to know. He takes his short sword and starts thrusting upward at you. Does a 18 hit you? That matches. You're gonna do your last. No, you don't have any more spells.
I'm out of spells. Yeah, he's just gonna hit me again and again.
Let's see. He looks, by the way, judging. He's singed. He's bleeding out of that gash you gave him. He's looking pretty hurt at this point. Oops, and I closed that. That's smart of me. So he hits you with the so he slashes up at you and gets you along your thigh. And does a 7 piercing damage. But as he stabs, you can feel the burning sensation going into you. Oh my! I've been rolling crazy with these d6s. And you take 13 poison damage, unless you have something for poison. And you feel that burning sensation as it goes into your leg and it festers and it burns. And you feel like the wound is being pulled open.
Ooh! Ow!
And he attacks again.
Ow!
Oh, that's gonna hit.
Oh my god, 1? Oh god.
Yeah. But this one doesn't do the poison damage, but it still does 10 damage. 10 piercing damage. Then
10?
10. You still up?
Did you say 10? Oh god. Barely.
Yes.
Barely still up. I'm beginning to wish that I had done something smart, like call for backup.
He has one more attack, and he instead puts his short sword backwards and doesn't use it. He grabs a bolt from his side and quick reloads his light crossbow, and he turns towards the girl that he now sees in the other corner and fires. He has disadvantage on this attack because he's in melee with you. Let's see.
Run!
That is a 5
I
plus.
told her to get out! I told her to get out!
Yeah, she used her turn to throw the fireball. she could have gotten like
Right.
over
That's
here,
true.
probably. Or actually, it would have been this way. But 5 plus, what is his ranged attack? Plus 6. 11. That actually matches her AC. No, it wouldn't. Not a Drow. Sorry. Just barely. Drow have nice stats through decades of generations of eugenics. They've actually made themselves naturally more dexterous, more charismatic, more constitution, and all that kind of stuff. So they
Right, by killing the people that aren't.
correct. Don't let him breed at least.
Terrible.
and he takes his crossbow and fires, and just it like goes past her hair. She ducks down. You see a few strands of hair get cut off as the bolt hits the side, doing as it hits the side of the wall, and she continues to run that way. Then it is Fitz.
Whew! I am dying, but
And you hear him say,
well, at least I know that if-
"Iostos nasi," and you know that means her will be done.
And I tell him, Jarlaxle Ballinroth, whatever your fucking name is, says hello, you prick. And I give him 3 slashes with the last of my abilities. I slice him once, slice him twice, and slice him a third time with all 3 of my actions.
Once, twice, and thrice. Yep, go for it.
That's
I was
right.
actually looking for
I get an 18.
Jarlaxle's original name. Roll a history check. See if you ever figured out Jarlaxle's
got an-
last name.
18, which is that the Hexblade's curse, is it?
It doesn't help you hit. It just does more damage. So
Right.
3.
Okay.
2 of those hit him.
2.
The second 2 hit. You come at him, and you just get 3, I believe.
Yes.
But yeah, you come at him, and the first one he was waiting for, and he kind of moves it out of the side with his own short sword, and then you back up and stab him 2 quick successions. That seem to go through his armor. But go ahead and roll damage for 2 attacks. And when you get a second, roll a history check.
Okay. Now does the... Okay, interesting. Oh,
We have a natural
one of him with a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the knickers.
And the one, come on.
Wow.
Okay, 2 7s.
That's amazing.
We don't...
They seem to hurt him.
We don't,
You stab twice, and he's like,
is
"Oh!"
it?
and it seemed to really hurt, but he seems very hurt, but he's still up. And the history check.
Now, brief at 22, that doesn't become something Hexblade's curse, does it? Does the Hexblade curse do anything for me on this?
Sorry, the Hexblade is going to add 3 more damage for each of those hits. So 6 more damage.
Ha! Ha!
Um,
Purple fire.
You almost see as you stab, those purplish aura that you see kind of coalesces into the wound itself and seems to be splitting the wound slightly, doing that extra damage. Roll a history real quick. I'm just curious if you happen to know Jarlaxle's last name. Though you may be able to.
Baron Ray, right?
Yeah, Baron Ray. You already know. Good to know.
Well, we've got a 10.
You knew anyways. You figured it out.
Yes. Took me a moment.
Yeah, you still have a no. That was your bonus action. You still have movement. Use your attack for your bonus action.
Can my movement to just there and fly back around him? Because I feel like that'll make me harder to hit, and that's about all I've got right now. I'm pretty close to death.
Not really. You can move all around him if you want, as long as you stay within his attack area. Then he won't get an attack of opportunity.
Perfect. That's what I will do. I'll just start flying around him and so hoping that it makes it a little
I actually
harder
forgot
for
about
him to hit
something.
me because
And
I'm
since
dying.
I forgot about it, we'll do it now. You have a choice. You can drop Blink. You can drop Blink, or you can do the last round of Blink now.
I would love the last round of Blink right now because blinking would be very.
Now, if you blink, it means the only combatant left.
So yeah,
is-
let's. I roll a 20.
Yep.
I mean, I feel bad about that. It's a tough. 8.
Doesn't matter. You won't blink anyways. Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't go off. And the spell ends because you used it to hide through originally, then hide again. And then now it's gone through its last round, so it can only last a minute. And awesome. Excellent. That is your turn. So, next up. All right, there it is. From the doorway, you suddenly hear another explosion go off, unexpectedly.
Strange. Oh dear.
And you see... You see Felric there, with his gun out, having just shot it, except the gun barrel seems to be slightly bulged, and he dropped his weapon, shaking his hand, as it just blew up in his hand. And you hear some drow curses.
Wow.
Not the greatest
Oh
entrance.
my god. I am full of very mixed emotions. I mean, that was almost perfect. And I yell, Felric, it's good you're here because I'm dying. And you broke my cad. Oof.
He takes out a rapier, but used his action with the gun. Then it is the girl's turn.
Damn.
She heads outside. Then it is the assassin's turn.
Oh dear. Well,
I will give him... I'll give him a 50-50 chance. Let's see. He's going to attack 3 times. Even is Fitz. 1 attack on you,
Fine.
2 on Felric.
excellent.
Where is this my dice? Oh, there's my dice. All right. So the 2 on Felric. 8. One of them hits. That's a lot of damage. 9 plus 11, 20 damage. Yeah, you see Felric. Yeah, the guy says in Drow, I don't know who you are, but you made a mistake. As he takes his short sword and does a feint one side and then stabs around and stabs Felric in the side. You hear like a slight crack as you think a rib might have broke. And then he turns towards you and does his
Felric,
final strike on you.
no!
Does a 21 hit? Oh my god.
But can he have disadvantage because I'm flying around? Like, whee!
No, it doesn't really help. You would have had to take your action to do a dodge. But he only does 4 damage, 4 piercing damage. You rolled minimum damage.
Oh!
Are you still up?
I mean, that... Oh my god. That puts me at
What does that put you at?
exactly death.
Oh,
Can
0?
I have 1 attack on my way down while I die? Or do I just have to be dead? Yeah.
Well,
Can I
it only
slice
puts
them
you
on my way?
unconscious.
Right. Can I slice them as I fall?
Why not? I only
that-
say that because, regardless, the guy has like 2 hit points left, and it would be ended with Felric anyways. So go for it. It would be your turn anyways.
So he stabs me, and as I swing the tar for his neck, as I slowly fall to, and unconsciousness takes me, and the walls.
You have
go
a
dark.
reroll and an inspiration.
18.
That's gonna hit anyways. That's his armor class. So that
that-
hits. Roll the damage.
Just as I know, we've got 9 damage.
12.
9.
12 after Hexblade's curse.
9.
Which
Oh, yeah.
is enough.
12.
So yes, just as you said, you as you're falling, you take your scimitar, doing one last final swipe upwards towards his neck. You make purchase as his neck opens up and starts. You see a large amount of blood start pulling out of what must have been an artery as he grabs it and tries to walk a few steps and doesn't make it. Felric stabs him in the back as he's walking away, and he falls to the ground, dead.
Dead.
Everything goes out, and as you lose consciousness,
Wow.
where is my? Ooh, I have too much crap open. There we are.
Is this what death feels like?
And the next moment you think you're waking up coughing as a potion's being poured down your gullet. And you hear Felric say, I found this potion on you.
How do I undeath myself? Wow. That was,
Yeah, just give yourself 1 hit point. Or actually, no, you actually get.
Felric.
Let me roll.
Yeah.
The 2d4. Boop. That is a 7 points of healing.
oh, my own blood. Felric, what are you doing here? How did you get here? How did you know, huh?
I followed you.
Oh,
I followed you
well,
ever since I saw you
I'm
teleport
still
in.
mad at you.
Why?
Well, I want you to know that I'm still angry at you. But, well, you betrayed me earlier. I mean, you know, I guess except for it, doesn't it? I mean, it's really. And
He seems bothered by something.
you
He's
know,
looking
I
at
think
the
Fitz is
dead
just good to
assassin.
pull him in.
Mm-hmm. I
I'm
was
just
saying
gonna-
that
well,
he...
I-
You go first.
I was
Go
going to
for
say
it.
that Fitz is just gonna like against his better judgment, just break into a big hug and say thank you for saving me, and sort of be breathing hard. Thank you for saving me.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
fine, but you're
kind
getting
of
blood all over me. You're a mess.
Emotionally rot. Sorry. Haha. Ouch. That was a very tough projection, but all right. So, and then I noticed him looking at the assassin all fun. Is everything all right, fella? Do you know this fellow?
Um,
Do you
A
know
little.
him?
he was part of the resistance at one point. Why would he work for the
Part of the
why would he work
resist?
for the matriarchy again? It's weird.
Want we can give him a healing
know.
potion, wake him, tie him up, and ask him.
Nah, I don't think he's waking up unless you want to res him.
I am curious now. And
You sort of sliced open his
No.
neck.
and I. Right. Well, he sliced me open for that. He did say her will be done, before he died, which I can only assume means the matriarchy, right? He's referring to my goddess. She's not the Gova gal, to my knowledge.
Damn scum. Working with the matriarchy again.
There's a resistance.
Yeah, Jarlaxle led it.
Huh. I hate him with every fiber of being, but I respect that.
Yeah. A lot of people do. Anyways,
Well,
was there a girl in here?
Oh, yes, we should probably see it. And I checked to make sure the Drow is dead, and then I drag his out of their house, and then I look around and see if the girl's around.
Alrighty.
Just find us.
You notice the entire building's catching on fire. It's not connected to any other buildings, so it probably won't spread past this building.
Well, we should probably get out before the watch comes and asks what happens. Should have helped me drag this. Hey, little girl. Hello.
Yeah, I got it. And
I
he'll take the body.
undisguise myself so that I look like myself again.
You see.
Before I just give it a quick check, and I'm just gonna loot the body.
Yeah, you loot it. You do detect magic, and you can tell the armor he was wearing was magical, as well as the rapier he was using. You also see a ring on him. That's magical.
Interesting. Huh. Well,
And the
I
hand
hold them off
crossbow
with. I think Alpha has the
well-made.
bag of holding.
Yep. You can put him in your own backpack.
Enigma might
It
like
just
that.
weighs you down a bit.
Yeah, I take all these. Oh wow, that armor is it's my shit. And then
You address the girl,
Yeah?
and she says, "Oh my God, is he dead? It was so scary. I've been hiding for so long. I guess I should keep doing it."
Little girl, need a place to hide in for a little while. There's a place called Troll Skull Manor. Stop there and draw off this heavy shit. If you
You get a better
place
look
to
at her.
say we have a chef, he's quite good. You'll need to, none of this aristocratic. She what?
You get a better look at her, and she does look young, but not. She doesn't look so young like you would call her a teen. She looks like she's 18, 20 maybe, equivalent in human years. But whereas a human is mature by this age, she doesn't seem to have matured quite as much. It gives you a hint that she did lead quite a cloistered life, probably. And she says, "My name is Maya. I ran away from the Underdark. Maya Baronray. And yeah, I'll stay there if you want to. Troll Skull, can I?"
Yes. Hey, Felric, don't tell Jarlaxle that she's a
You turn around.
because he might kill her. Yes!
You turn around, and you don't see Felric. He seems to have scooted off somewhere. The body's gone too.
Yes! Well, you'll have to pull your own weight, girl. We're not, we're not just hanging out, and you'll have to learn how to fight. It's a dangerous place. We are,
Fight?
but, yes? That's
My
what
mother
we
could
do
fight.
around here.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure you'll learn. All right. Well, yes. So you can stay in mind until I get back from another death-defying experience, and I summon a cat to Troll Skull. At which point,
You head to Troll Skull.
I show her my room where she can stay until I get back. What's that?
You show her to Troll Skull.
Yes. I show her I tell her that she have to listen to him, and I tell him that she can help out around the tavern, and I drop off all the armor because I want to have that stuff, but I'm starting to worry about my friends.
You can take it with you. You have a.
And I cast
Generally,
detect
everybody
magic on
has
it.
like a backpack, and that would fit in your backpack. It's not like you have a lot in there, but it would kind of fill your backpack if you did want to take it with you.
Right.
Yeah. You
I
take the
leave
ring and
the
you look at it.
armor. I investigate that later, and the crossbow
Okay.
and the bolt. But yes, I look at the ring. Cast detect magic. Is there any?
You look at the ring. You take detect magic. You focus on it. It does seem like it's You take a closer look, and it's actually how do you say? It's a pearl. It looks like a pearl embedded in a ring. It actually is quite. It comes up a bit off the finger. And it seems to have. Hold on. I don't know what it would have. Let's see. Let me see. This will tell me what type of magic it would have. Doesn't really say. We'll say. In divination. No, alteration. Yeah, we'll say
Interesting.
alteration.
Well, I bring it with me. I make sure Maya is settled in and is going to have to work for her keep, and then I take the ring on my finger. Oh, put it on. Does anything happen if I put on the ring because I put it on?
Not immediately. Not immediately.
Strange. So I take a short room supper with Angelo and tell him about my adventures.
Okay.
And he tells
If you
me
take
that
a
he's
short
very
rest, you
worried
can actually
about
attune
Alpha.
to the ring.
And I tell.
So if you want,
I mean,
you
I
would know
lose
that it's
my attunement to something else.
no. It's just you would know what it is. You'll see that is a pearl of power. It's in D&D Beyond. It allows you to speak its command word once a day, and it'll restore an expended spell slot of 3 or less, level 3 or less.
That is incredibly useful. All right, well, like that with me, that's for sure. And then once,
But it does take
once I
attunement,
rest,
so
attuned to
you'll
the
have to
ring
pick.
and made sure that Angelo.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah,
Right.
you'll have to pick between what you want attuned.
The cloak, the boots, the ring, the amulet. You know, I leave the
Choices.
amulet with.
Okay.
I know it's a tough choice.
Okay.
I take off the amulet and I tell Maya, I say, listen, this has the energy of the goddess in it, and if you really are in a pinch and you need something done, and you say that to this amulet, it will probably help you. I can tell you, I don't really know how it works. And
You pick this amulet, which I think
leave that
had
with
like
her. I tell Angelo, well,
like a snake-like description with a gem in it. And the moment you give it to her, you see tears
Yes.
start coming down her face, like she can't handle it anymore, and she just kind of goes into a chair in your room and puts her hands in her face and starts crying and says and she kind of says, "I'll be all right. Just give me some time. It just reminded me of someone."
okay. Sure. Well, that I'm. Do you want to talk about it now? Maybe I'll just go. Maybe I'll just. You have fun, Maya. Okay.
Yeah.
And I
no,
leave her very awkwardly.
Sure. Where do you head next?
And I head to Jarlaxle's boat to tell Captain Fusselot to send me back to my friends because frankly, I'm a little worried about how they're going to do without me. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do.
You head back.
Searching for yes.
You head back. The captain will take you to Lurk. Will take you to the Heartseeker. Sorry, the Eye Catcher in the out in sea, and you meet Jarlaxle again. And he simply says, "Good job, Fitz, my boy. I got the news from Felric himself, so I appreciate that. You really can get things done. I heard it was a tough battle, but I must say I'm impressed. The teleportation is yours. 3 of them."
Ha.
Oops.
That is very kind.
I don't know why.
By the way, do you mind? Jarlaxle doesn't cough. By the way, Jarlaxle, before I go, can I buy a healing potion off of you? I'm still bleeding quite heavily.
You could use hit dice during your short rest. Which means you can roll for you, it would be a D8 plus your con. You get.
I will do that.
You can roll as many as you want, up to 5.
Oh, wow! Angelo put in that soup. What?
Keep in
dice?
mind, you only get
6?
you only get
D6?
half. You only get half of them. Yeah, a D8, and you only get half of them back every long rest. So if you were to use all of them, you only get 2 back a long rest. So it would take you 3 days to get all those hit dice back to use them again. So you can use
Okay, I'll just
2 now,
do
and you get
3.
him back on the next long rest. You can use 3, and it'll be back in 2 days. You might as well use 4 then if you need to, because that'll come back in 2 days as well.
Okay. And that's fair. Well, let's see, 19.
Plus your con to each,
How well
whatever your
does
con
that
bonus
put me?
is.
Plus my con,
So you'd add plus
which
2
is
to each of
3
those.
times
So that'd
is
be
9.
plus
9.
6 total, yeah.
2, yes. Well, that's feel super vengeance is really good. Not, you know, I've still got some bruises, but I'm feeling better. So then I
You see him
head off.
You see
to,
Jarlaxle.
rejoin the others.
Jarlaxle claps, and someone comes and he says, "Get Fitz boy a potion here," and they go out and it's a servant of some sort, a drow servant, and he comes back. He's wearing nice clothes, and he says he actually has it on like a serving tray, a potion there, and he says, "For you, my sir.
Oh,
For you, good sir."
Jarlaxle, thank you. You, sir. Yes. Well, you know, Axel, if you don't stop, I'm going to begin you, and I don't know if you want that.
Oh, I think this could
Did
be
that go through?
a very beneficial
Did you-
relationship.
You hear that?
Indeed, I do. You're right next to me, my boy. Of course I heard it.
Yeah. I'm still mad at you about killing everyone I ever loved. You know.
Yes. Well, let
see that
past
you're a
be past.
complex.
Now, Sir Fartzelot, take him back wherever he needs to go. And with that, you can
Thank you, Captain Sir Fartzelot.
describe you can describe where you're trying to go, and he will teleport you back. And that's where we'll pick up next episode.
Yes. I suppose. Do you remember where you picked me up from? That sort of compound in the middle of nowhere, in the forest?
It actually makes no sense, but I'm gonna have him
me
teleport
off right
you
there
right
if you
back where
like.
your friends were.
I mean, me off. Sure, yeah. Yeah, you remember those people I was
just for
with. I'm
convenience.
sure you can track them
Yeah.
and just pop me back.
I
Makes
think
sense.
actually you can do it based on a person.
I mean, you tracked me, no problem.
Let me see. Let me see. Object. Oh yeah, they can. He actually can do it. Oh, it's destination. Yeah, whatever. He'll teleport you back to where they are to make it easy. Usually you'd have to roll to see how close you would get, but just for continuity's sake, we'll just have him go right to where they are.
Sure.
And we will
He's
end
a
with
boss, you know? He fucking peas magic, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, funny enough,
Wow.
he actually no, that's fine. Yeah. But yeah, we gotta
No,
go.
what were you say?
I have something else.
So
Coming up, but-
Curious.
No, I was wrong. I was thinking something technical, but I was wrong about it. So I don't want to sound stupid and say it. So thank you very much for joining. We all appreciate everybody who watches. You may even love us, some of you, and we shall see you next time. Voila.
Tomorrow night.